Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the story of something that should not exist, yet continues to live in the shadows. There are things in this world that we see every day. Buildings, streets, forests, oceans. We think we understand them. We think we know what surrounds us. But there are other things that exist quietly, deliberately, as if someone decided long ago that the public should never know the truth. Some places hide themselves in plain sight. Some sounds travel only through the ears of the innocent. And some secrets are buried deeper than the earth itself. Tonight I want to tell you about one of those secrets. On the far edge of a small town, forgotten by time and ignored by adults, stood an abandoned house. To grown-ups, it was just a broken shell, peeling paint, shattered windows, a collapsed porch. Nothing unusual, nothing special. But every child in town knew that when the sun went down, the house woke up. Because at night, a humming sound would drift out from the darkness. Not a normal hum, not electricity, not wind through wood. It was a low, vibrating tone. Soft, steady, almost like a lullaby, but at a frequency that only children could hear. Adults would walk right past the house and hear absolutely nothing. But kids, they felt it deep in their bones. The hum would settle inside their chests, pulling them forward like a magnet calling home. Now here's the part that makes this story so disturbing. For years, children would disappear from the town. No pattern, no warning. Some vanished while playing outside, others while walking home from school. And every time it happened, the police searched everywhere. Forests, rivers, old wells, yet no trace was ever found. Parents blamed strangers, blamed each other, blamed fate. But none of them knew what the children had been whispering to each other for years. The house is calling. 3 friends, Lena, Mateo, and Karim, were the only ones brave enough to talk openly about it. They were all around 10 years old, curious, always exploring, always trying to understand things adults ignored. They lived in the same neighborhood and had heard the humming since they were toddlers. It never scared them at first, just made them curious. But as they grew older, they noticed something strange. The hum was getting louder for them, almost like the house knew their names. One night, under a cold moon, the 3 gathered at the edge of the old fence. The humming vibrated through the air, almost like a heartbeat. Lena whispered, "Do you feel that?" "It's like something is waiting." Mateo nodded. My little cousin said she dreamed of this house last night. The door opened by itself. Karim swallowed hard. My brother disappeared near here 5 years ago. The 3 fell silent. They had never talked about that before. Suddenly, the hum shifted. It became slightly higher, slightly sharper, like the sound noticed their presence and was responding. Lena grabbed the boy's hands. "We go together," she said. "No matter what." They stepped inside the yard. The grass was dead, but warm, as if something beneath the ground pulsed with heat. The house loomed over them, its windows dark and hollow. The humming seemed to come from everywhere at once, under the porch, behind the walls, even from the sky above. Their hearts matched the rhythm without meaning to. When they reached the door, it opened slowly on its own. No wind, no movement, no explanation. Inside, the air felt thick, almost heavy, like being underwater. The humming was louder here, alive. The children walked deeper, guided by a strange instinct. Every shadow seemed to pulse. Every corner seemed warm, like the house was breathing. Then they saw it. In the center of the living room was something that did not belong to any world they knew. A perfect circle of shimmering light, floating above the floor. It wasn't bright, but it wasn't dark either. It looked like the outline of a door, a doorway to a place without a name. The hum came from inside it, calling, whispering. Lena felt herself step closer without deciding to. Mateo whispered, "This is where they went. The missing kids. They didn't run away. They were taken." Kareem's eyes filled with tears. "Then my brother's in there." The circle pulsed almost, inviting them. But something else happened too. For the first time in history, an adult heard the hum. Kareem's father, who had followed secretly behind the kids, stepped through the broken doorway. His face changed instantly. Shock, confusion, fear. He clutched his ears. "What is that sound?" he shouted. He shouldn't have been able to hear it. Adults never heard it. And that was the moment the truth revealed itself. The house had been waiting for someone older, someone strong enough to open the final barrier. The hum rose like a scream. The circle grew brighter. The air trembled. The floorboards shook. The children grabbed each other as the house came alive. Kareem's father ran forward, pushing them behind him. "Get out!" he yelled. But the circle exploded with light. A force shot out, silent, cold, powerful, and wrapped around the man, pulling him into the circle like water swallowing a stone. He disappeared without a sound. The hum stopped instantly. The light vanished. The house went still. Lena screamed. Mateo tried to pull her back. Kareem fell to his knees, sobbing. The house had taken them both now, his brother and his father. The three kids ran as fast as they could out of the house, out of the yard, out of the night. When they reached the streetlights, the humming did not return. The moon was quiet. But they knew one thing. The house was not just abandoned. It was hungry. And now that it had tasted an adult, its call would grow stronger than ever. Even today, and no one knows why that house exists, why only children could hear the hum for so long, or what lies inside that circle of light. The government sealed the area. The public was told a structural collapse happened. But the children of the town still whisper the truth to each other. When the night is silent, listen closely. If you hear a faint hum in the darkness, because some things exist in this world, ladies and gentlemen, but they were never meant for us.